Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Micks Mowers, and in this episode we're going to be checking out my LED lighting. I've been having some problems with my lighting in the past because there are the old fluorescent type, I think they're called the T12, and one set has actually gone already, which I have replaced with LED lighting, and the second set is nowhere near as bright or as energy efficient. Incidentally, if this is your first time in watching Micks Mowers, don't forget to hit the old subscribe button and whack the old bell. Set your notifications to all, and that will give you a notification to tell you, one, I've released a video, or two, I'm on my weekly Saturday night live stream where you can come up on a panel and talk to other people who do small engines from all over the world. So that's cool. So these are the lightings I've picked. These are 6 foot. They're made by Energizer, not affiliated, not sponsored. And these are the 6 foot, 6,000 watt daylight ones. And these are called a direct retrofit, so you don't have to remove the ballast on these. Literally, you just take them out and you plug them in. So what I'm going to do is this set up here, these are the yellow ones, the old T12 Fluorescents. I'm going to take the turn the lights off in the shed, and I'll take the whole beam down, and I'll show you how to fit and what's involved, and hopefully it'll save you a few quid, because they are so much brighter and more energy efficient. They're more white light than they are a yellow light. And also these are relatively cheap. I think I paid for these ones off of a site called Lamp Shop on the internet. I'll try and find you a link for them and put it in the description. These were about £12 for one bulb, which is really cheap for what they are. And when you turn them on, even in the winter, they come straight on. Boom. There's none of this flick, 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 flick stuff. They come straight on. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's check out my lights. Now, excuse wiring, because this is all temporary until I get my wiring sorted out this year. But as you can see by the glows, the different glows, this is a white light, and this is an orangey light, and there is a massive contrast difference between the two. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my lighting off, so it will get a bit dark in here. Let me turn that off. Oh, hopefully you can still see. Yeah, you can. And all I'm going to do is literally just going to undo this connector block here, and then slide this one light beam out, and then when I get it out I'll put it on the bench, and then you'll better see what's involved to change it. Right, very simply, power's all off, there's no lights on at all. So this is sort of connector block which is part of a loop, and you just follow the colours, so that's not a problem. So this is only temporary lighting, so no comments about my wiring. As I have mentioned in previous videos, I'm not an electrician, but I do know the basics. So yeah, it should be covered up because of the moisture, all that sort of good stuff, but it ain't. So that's now disconnected, and now what I can do is I can just reach up here, disconnect that beam up the far side, disconnect that beam, and now this whole light will this is very, very warm too, very warm. They do throw out some heat, these old fluorescent beams. Okay, so with the light panel now removed, we can now turn this over very gently. There's a lot of heat being thrown off of these fluorescent bulbs, and my LEDs chuck out next to no heat whatsoever. So I'm just removing the clips off of the unit. There's about 8 or 10 to do. That's it. And with the clips removed, we then take the cover off. I can have a bit of a clean in a bit. And here's your fluorescent tubes. Now these do work, but they are very, very warm, and they're very, very old. So just going to use a bit of tissue. Go very careful with these. If you drop them, you'll have a big surprise. So give them a twist, and they simply just remove, and put them somewhere safe where they're not going to fall over. And when you dispose of these, make sure you dispose of them properly as well, in a proper recycling centre. Okay, so that's the 2 bulbs now removed. Now up this end of the device, you'll find you have 2 starters just here. Here we are, and these starters you want to remove also. Now there's nothing wrong with these starters, so I will keep those. Now with the new lights you get, let me get one out of the packaging. So here's the new ones. Let me just bring it back a touch so you get a bit more of a better view rather than being quite so close. Let me bring it right back here. Come over there maybe, that might help. Getting a lot of glare because the lights are off. These are the new bulbs. Take the ends off. A little bit of foam in there, take that out. And then slide the bulb out. Now these are made of plastic, so they're nowhere near as brittle as the other ones. Put that down, and then there's your instructions. And in the bottom here, somewhere at the other end maybe, there should be what looks like a starter. Bit of sellotape on there, there it is. Now this isn't actually a starter, it's actually just a fuse. So let's put that out of the way. This is just a fuse for LED tubes only. It's exactly the same as the normal starters, but this is a starter and this is actually a fuse. So let's now just put that fuse into there. They are a bit fiddly, so just take your time. There's one. And then just with your bulb, it doesn't matter which way you put it in, you can put it in either end. That's the back of the bulb where there's a white strip. Now someone said you can remove these white strips, but I've had a look at it and I can't seem to remove them. But these are the daylight ones. Goes in one end, goes in t'other, and then just make sure when you turn it round and locks in, the strip is at the back. So I'm just going to complete the process with the other bulb and I'll come back when I get it fitted. Got the other bulb out of the other tube. There's the other LED fuse. That goes into its little tiny home. Click that shut. And then simply again, just place this in. So these are two-pronged ones in the UK we use. Goes in one side. Sits it into there and then give it a twist. So it locks in. And again, just make sure the white strip is at the back. Now the perfect thing for these, for your old tubes, is just put them in the casings that the new ones came in. That way when you dispose of them, if you do drop them, they're not going to go bang on you. So put your old tubes straight into the old tubes here. Right, what's next to do is literally get the cover and place that back on. Now you can, if you want, you can remove the ballast. And there are other videos on how to remove the ballast, should you wish to do so. And it does make it more energy efficient. However, I'm doing this video for those of you that are not electrically minded and are looking for a quick, easy fix. That has probably taken no more than about 2 minutes to do. The hardest bit was getting my light fitting out because I removed my beams. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put this back up on the rafters, hang it back up where it belongs, and once I've got it hung up, I'll come back to you. Okay. That's now back up on the beams. I'm just literally going to push these in the right holes, which are brown on brown and yellow and green, and blue on blue. So just give me a second just to put those back in the relevant holes. Get my screwdriver up. And there goes the brown. Let's put my earth in. I'm going to do just been undone a bit more actually. Just make sure I get it all in to get a good connection. Good connections is a must. Eventually when I get it rewired properly, it'll all be done exactly as per, but this is just temporary. It does the job, it serves a purpose. Nice and tight. And then just my blue one to do. Stick the old blue one in there. There it goes. Do that up. And now I've done this, I can now tape these up out the way because the cable was hanging down because I knew I'd be doing this at some point. So to make sure they're all nicked up nice and tight. Which they are. Cable can go out the way. And now that's for the new wiring when it goes in. Right, so that's now done. Now let's fire that up and they should come on pretty much instant, which is what we're looking for, and be as white as each other. That's the idea. So let me just plug the lights in. And there we go, bang, straight on. No mucking about, no flicking, no flashing, and already much brighter, and you should be benefiting straight away off of a light in the shed. So that's cool. These are very silent as well, and they just throw out no heat. When I was working in my shed last year, my old shed, I had 3 of these, and I actually had to disconnect 2 of them last summer because they were throwing out so much heat I couldn't even get in there. They're like a radiator. So there you go. That's how you do a direct retrofit on fluorescent bulbs T12s to LEDs with just literally changing the bulbs and changing the starters for a fuse. It takes no more than 10 minutes. Okay, so there you go. It is as quick and as simple as that. As I say, if you're going to do this method and without removing the ballast, which these bulbs you can do it with, you can remove the ballast out, clip the wiring so that one end is live, one end is neutral, pop them in, and same thing. You can direct wire these, just to save the energy efficiency. Eventually the ballast may fail on these lights, and when the ballast does fail, I should then convert them over, but there's no sense in doing it. This is more for a video for those of you who just want to just do it quick, sharp, bang, done. Just to improve your lighting. And as I say, in the winter time, your fluorescent bulbs can take a little while to come on. You have to change the starters on and that sort of good stuff, but these come on bang instantly, and they do provide much better lighting. You can get daylight, you can get light glow, all that sort of good stuff. These are the daylight ones, 6,000 watts, which are about 30 amps. Yeah, 30 amps I think they are, yeah. I need to try and find a 5-footer now with the same, but I'm struggling to find a 5-footer. I've got 2 more lights down the bottom to do. But anyway, that's how you do it. Quick, simple, and no messing. Very easy indeed. So hopefully you enjoyed that little quick video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if it's your first time in watching, and also to whack the old bell down the bottom here. That will give you a notification to tell you I have released another video, or in fact I'm on my weekly Saturday night live stream where you can come and join me. Anyone that's interested in helping me out with my channel, my Amazon wishlist is down in the comments. Please feel free to tap on the link down on the first comment. Have a look at my Amazon wishlist. You can buy me tools, bits and pieces, spares and what have you, just to help me on my journey on my YouTube channel. The more stuff I get, the more I can do. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Micks Mowers. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you found it informative. Any questions, let me know, positive or negative, you know where to stick them. And if you did enjoy it, give it a big thumbs up. Helps towards the growth of my channel and all that sort of good, yummy stuff. So hopefully I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Micks Mowers very soon. But until then, people, don't forget, more importantly, take her easy.